Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another conference preview. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and joining us for our tennis conference preview is Coach Scott Greavy. How are you doing today?
Doing well, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're changing things up as we have the women playing in the spring for the first time in a while. We'll be having a combined preview for the sake of simplicity. First, tell us about how the teams have done so far this year.
Just a tremendous finish by both teams. Seems like we're starting to crescendo a bit in our play, and just couldn't ask for better discipline and results on both teams. And really, I just, as I explained to both teams on Saturday, just really love the position that we're in this conference tournament, and really think that we have the opportunity to go out and to shine and to do some great things.
Going back, recapping a little bit, we were able to get third place in the conference in both instances. In both situations, we played Hanover in the final game of the year, and we had identical records. The match was going to determine which team got third, and then which team got fourth, and we came out on top on both ends. And the men scoring their first win against Hanover since 2014, so that's outstanding. You've talked about the entire year about the progression. You're mentioning the crescendo even now. What are some things in terms of player development? What are some things you're seeing out of our players that maybe weren't necessarily intact at the beginning of the year, but you had in mind that they would start to figure out and get down by this point of the year?
I think the major component of the answer to that question is their willingness to adjust, adapt to the different things that we are trying to do as coaches. When you look at our doubles lineups, they have changed drastically over an 8-month period, even within maybe just the last 6 or 7 weeks. And the ability of these athletes to be disciplined and to be open to doing what we ask them to do, and that is what I believe has allowed us to move forward as a team, because with so many new faces, you just don't know how things are going to work until you get them into that position. And that was the case with both of these teams, and we really feel like we've found a real sweet spot in our lineups, in the doubles and singles for that matter. The men's singles seem to solidify a little earlier, although we've seen some movement, from some of our freshmen who have really stepped up. I'd probably be remiss if I didn't point out Davis Borders and his moving forward and really playing well and doing the things that we've asked him to do, and to make some big changes. And we've seen that throughout the lineups. But yeah, I would say definitely the ability, the discipline on both of these teams to adapt and to really be willing to do the things that we as coaches are asking them to do.
All right, and then going into I'll talk about the men's one first, even though that's the latter of the two matchups this week. Tell us about what your expectations are against Manchester.
Yeah, so I mean, we had a really good match with them up at Manchester. Had great performances up and down the lineup. We won that match 9-0, but as I told the guys, doesn't matter what you did last time, it matters what you do this time. So they're very ready to get back out and practice, although today is going to be a day that we may have to go indoors. They are very eager to get back out and to get ready for this match on Wednesday.
All right, and then the women's match, that's on Tuesday against Earlham. That was a lot tighter match. They've got they certainly have a couple players at the top who are capable of stealing some points. So tell us about what your expectations are in this one.
Yeah, so when I look at Earlham, I see the same thing that I saw, probably even more so before we played them the first time, and that is that it's a very, very competitive team. They may be sixth seed in this tournament, but as they proved yesterday, they can go out and beat anybody. And so, our team realizes that. Our team knows that we have to be ready to go, and we're getting ready right now because they will come ready to play.
All right, and then I think what do the teams need to do to be successful?
I think that we need to be ready to get after it on the court. I always talk about fast starts with these teams. We need, because doubles is so important, it's played first, we have to get out to fast starts and doubles. And I think that's probably even more so with the women's match tomorrow with Earlham. I think that we've really found a sweet spot in our doubles teams right now, and they are playing extremely well, but it doesn't matter until you toss the first ball, and we've got to be ready to go and ready to take advantage of the opportunities and doubles that will be there for us right away. So yeah, we just need to get off to a fast start and really take care of business in the doubles lineup.
Okay, I think I've covered the questions I wanted to. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow along with any more previews and any more content we may be putting out on YouTube. Of course, follow along with your tennis teams as they compete in the HCAC quarterfinal round. The women's team takes on the third seed women's team takes on the number 6 seed in Earlham. That'll be on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. at Highland Middle School. The men's match, they're the 3 seed as well. They take on a 6 seed Manchester. That will be Wednesday at 4:30. That will also be at Highland Middle School. Coach Greavy, thank you for joining us, and good luck for these coming matches.
Thanks for having me here.